Pokrovsk is under a massive assault. The enemy is advancing from several directions, bombarding positions with glide bombs and drones. The pressure is mounting. The situation is on the edge. Russian commanders dream of a pincer movement aiming to trap our forces in a siege. Ukrainian defenders are sounding the alarm. The threat is creeping ever closer. Is this just a phase of the offensive, or is another trap like Avdiivka already unfolding? All the details are coming up in the report.
Covered with nets and almost deserted, this is the anti-drone route from Kramatorsk to Pokrovsk. But even such protection doesn't guarantee 100% safety.
Nothing on the right. Anyone there? I don't see anyone. A burned out car. Yeah. And right here, in the air, it is indeed.
Enemy drones, and on the ground, Russian troops are attacking. The approaches to Pokrovsk are constantly shaking. The paratroopers of the 25th are striking the Russians.
Yeah. They basically took cover right here under the tree. And most likely they're going to move along the green line. He's holding them right at the crosshair. Palash, try tossing into the bushes from here, right at the crosshair. Aim more to the left. Yeah, to the left, behind the tree.
These are the remains of the village of Lysivka. All that's left of the settlement are ruins. But the Russians are still trying to get in here and gain a foothold.
We understand that Lysivka is also a route toward Pokrovsk. We are holding our sector, regardless of what's happening to the right or left. We have our mission and we're carrying it out. Yes, it's tough, but we believe in what we're doing. We take every possible measure. We use everything in combination, and that's why we're able to hold back the enemy.
Over the past year, the paratroopers say, the enemy has tried every tactic here. They've stormed with armored vehicles and motorcycles, but they haven't broken through the defensive line. That's why now the enemy mainly throws waves of infantry at us.
There he is, standing behind the tree, and an FPV drone flies in. Yeah. Bam. Right next to his head. And that's it. His helmet flew off, his head was hit.
And here, in these shots, you can see the Russians bringing up their infantry and vehicles for new attacks. But they didn't make it to their planned assault. They only managed to disembark.
They're starting to dismount. They're dismounting. Bam.
The surrounding fields are full of craters, burned out vehicles, and Russian corpses. But even in broad daylight, knowing they're under the watch of our drones, the enemy still moves around.
So at this moment we have successfully spotted 2 Russian individuals who were observed walking along the road. Following their movement, they subsequently sought concealment within the dilapidated ruins of a structure. Our dedicated infantry unit will now strategically attempt to dislodge and force them out from their hidden positions within these ruins. Well, basically to completely destroy them.
No live stream, just through the backyards. This is going to be a thermal barrack, right? No, this will be something with a lighter. Well, let's try it now. We will certainly try to set it completely on fire, you know.
The infantry are directing their drones at the enemy's lair. They smash the ruins with FPV drones, and to make sure the Russians don't survive, they even roast them.
Otherwise we have a scare. So, is it the mortarmen who are going to work now, right? Yes, the 82s, the mortarmen.
The mortarmen are also targeting enemy personnel. 2 more occupiers have just been spotted on the outskirts of the village. They're trying to hide in the thickets.
At first they were near the tree, then they went to ground. And that's all, now they're lying in the bushes over there.
Drones are scanning, and the mortarmen are shelling.
Now they've come up with a rather new tactic, let's say baiting with live targets. That is, they send out 3 or 4 people who move, let's say, through populated areas. Accordingly, our position reveals itself and starts firing. At the same time, an enemy scout is watching them, and in this way they pinpoint where our positions are.
Realizing that breaking through the defenses near Lysivka and advancing directly to Pokrovsk won't work, the enemy is trying to wear down our defensive forces. At the same time, they are looking for weak spots on the flanks and trying to bypass the city.
The enemy is almost religiously determined to capture something. They don't need the city as a place to live or for what they call liberation, not for the people. These are simply typically occupied territories. They don't need the city at all because they simply wipe it out. They destroy it along with its people.
Enemy saboteurs also occasionally slip into the city itself, but they have not managed to gain a foothold there. Reporting from near Pokrovsk, Oleg Kornienko, Zakhar Komach, Fakti ICTV, United News.
Every voice matters. Join our community, support independent journalism and help us bring you the truth from Ukraine. Become a member of Ukraine Today. Join us now.
A leak from the very heart of the Kremlin. Russia's nuclear triad has been exposed down to the smallest detail. Secrets that were so carefully guarded are now circulating online. Ukrainian intelligence has uncovered what really lies behind the mythical submarine cruiser that Putin has adored for years. Instead of a monster, it's nothing but a complete fake. The Knyaz Pozharsky has found itself at the center of a scandal. The Russian Navy has never experienced such humiliation. And this is just the beginning. Who's next? All the details coming up.
A small plaque is welded onto the hull of the submarine. It might not seem very spectacular, but it's a historic ceremony. The Knyaz Pozharsky with factory number 208 will be the last in the line of Bore-class nuclear submarines. A submarine named like the swift and unstoppable northern wind is the pinnacle of Russian scientific and technological thought.
They talked about it for almost 10 years. They promised it would be a breakthrough.
In the future, the Knyaz Pozharsky will form the backbone of Russia's naval strategic nuclear forces for decades to come.
The strategic submarine Knyaz Pozharsky was added to the northern fleet of the Russian Navy quite recently on July 24, 2025.
Comrade Supreme Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Russian Federation, we have been waiting for your arrival at the ceremony.
Against the backdrop of dilapidated buildings stood sailors in ceremonial dress. The Russian anthem was playing. This is how the Russian dictator Putin accepted the Pozharsky for combat duty.
In Severodvinsk, one of Russia's most prominent and leading shipbuilding centers, we are proudly raising the naval flag on the newly constructed strategic nuclear submarine cruiser, which is officially named Knyaz Pozharsky.
Russia's new nuclear submarine cruiser, Knyaz Pozharsky, has sent shivers down the spines of the French. It's a real monster. There's no escape from it, wrote Russian media. Meanwhile, Ukrainian intelligence was observing the Kremlin's hysteria. After all, one of the key elements of the so-called Kremlin nuclear triad is no longer a secret to them.
The naval flag is ready to be raised. Permission to begin. Permission granted. Raise the flag proudly. Oh.
Ukrainian intelligence simply published internal documents about the newest Russian submarine, Knyaz Pozharsky. Intelligence obtained a full list of the submarine crew members by name, including information about their positions, qualifications, and physical fitness levels. During
the launching ceremony, the ship's commander breaks a bottle of champagne over the stern. The nuclear-powered submarine Knyaz Pozharsky is the 8th in the series of Prince-class submarines of the 4th generation, Project Bore and Bore A. The exact list of weapons on the submarine cruiser is classified.
They have at their disposal engineering documentation, a report on the examination of the deformed radio buoy, listing the commission members and enterprises involved in the investigation, known combat instructions for the crew, the ship's combat layout, the life support systems diagram, and the organizational structure of the crew.
Such formidable ships form the essential backbone of the nation's maritime strategic nuclear forces and, given their significant modernization potential, will undoubtedly ensure the enduring security of our great state for many decades to come.
Crew regulations in cabins and berths, instructions for transferring wounded personnel and cargo, procedures for towing operations and other official instructions. All these documents have already been studied by the Defense Intelligence.
All the shortcomings that were present on the first ships have been taken into account. That's it. All the equipment and weapons have been thoroughly checked. So its uniqueness lies in the fact that it is the 8th one. The 8th, can you imagine? The 8th.
The documents that were published, which were considered secret in Russia, revealed all the features of the submarine Knyaz Pozharsky.
Thanks to the use of advanced engineering solutions, the ship is equipped with modern power units and navigation devices, and the conditions for the crew's service and rest have been significantly improved.
It turned out that despite the defects and signs of corrosion shown in the photographs published along with the documents, the submarine was put on duty.
The impressive ships built at Sevmash continue the truly proud tradition of faithfully serving the beloved motherland, honorably bearing the distinguished names of remarkable people who have brought immense glory to this great country, this cherished land, and its resilient people.
But not only does the submarine itself have defects, part of the crew also has poor physical training, according to the documentation, which may indicate problems with combat readiness. What was put into this ship?
Knowledge, experience, skill, working hands, and of course, soul and heart.
Knyaz Pozharsky was laid down at Sevmash in Severodvinsk in 2016. It was launched in February 2024. Despite all the violations, the 170-meter-long submarine arrived at its permanent base, the main base of the Northern Fleet submarine forces in Gadzhievo-Murmansk region, on August 2nd. The information obtained by Ukrainian intelligence makes it possible to identify not only the features and technical limitations of this particular submarine, but also of other Project 955A submarines, which are critically important for maintaining the imperial myth of the aggressor state, Russia.
That's all from me. This was me, Darina Hatsakalu. There will be even more hellish news from the front in our next episode. In the meantime, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. See you soon.